Hi, my name is Reymi and I'm going to be talking about The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. But who was this writer? He was one of the most important and influential American writers of the 19th century. He was the first author to try to make a professional living as a writer. Much of Poe's work was inspired by the events that happened around him. He was a literary pioneer. Also, he was a master of macabre, a pioneer of science fiction, and a father of detective story. First published in the Evening Mirror in January 85, The Raven was an overnight sensation. It remains the most popular and best-known poem that he ever wrote. During the final years of his life, Poe was often referred to as the Raven, and his writers often wove phrases from the poem into their daily talk. The Raven is a dramatic monologue, a form in which the speaker softly reveals his psychological state. The speaker's mood changes as he interprets the Raven's presence and the meaning of a singular utterance, "nevermore," and descends deeper and deeper into despair. I'm gonna give you a brief summary of what the Raven is about. The unnamed narrator is alone in his house and on a cold December evening, trying to read. As he is about to fall asleep, he hears a quiet knock at his door, but decides to ignore it. He said that he has been reading in the hopes of relieving his sorrow over Lenore, his beloved, who has passed away. Too, he tries to convince himself that nothing is there. His curiosity and fear overwhelm him. He eventually opens his door, speaking Lenore into the darkness. When he hears tapping at his window, he opens that too, and a raven flies inside his room, landing on a box of ballads. The narrator, making a joke, asks the raven's name, and is surprised to hear respond, "Nevermore." He mutters to himself that the raven will probably leave him just as his friends and loved ones did, to which the raven responds once more, "Nevermore." The narrator then seats himself directly in front of the bird, trying to understand what it means by "nevermore." Suddenly, the narrator perceives that angels sent by God have caused the earth to become dense and perfumed. Anxious, he asks the raven if the angels are a sign that heaven will relieve him of his sorrows, to which the bird says again, "Nevermore." With the same response, the bird rejects his hope that he might see Lenore again in heaven, as well as his impassioned request for the bird to leave him alone. Finally, the narrator tells us that the raven has continued to sit atop his chamber door above the bust of Pallas, and that he will live forever in his shadow. What is the plot? The poem is about a man who is sitting alone in his house. His love has died, and he is mourning her loss. A raven shows up at the door, and the man begins to dialogue with the raven about his love, who is passed away, Lenore. The main characters that we can see in this poem are the speaker, who is expressing his sadness, the raven, an ordinary bird, and Lenore, the beautiful lover whose death speaker mourns. Where this occur? Well, this occur in the room of the house, a bedroom, the chamber in the dark. And the point of view is a first person. The narrator is a man who lost the love of his life and now is depressed and not mentally stable. The theme of this poem is devotion, loss, and lingering grief that cannot be diminished. And with this, uh, this review of a book is over, and this was me thanking you for your attention. See you.